We'll see when we get there. Okay. So we're going to review some math, we're going to talk about units, and then we're going to go right into a perimeter activity. Got it? Got it. Amy's ready. Give me a thumbs up. Justin H, come on in. Kimi, Leo, come on in. So let's get started. Recently, we've been talking a lot about measurement, how we measure something. We did a lot of time, we did all the activities of jumping and playing, and we've really talked about is length, using ruler or using something to measure. So what do these tools tell us? Well, they tell us measurement, and you guys have used this before. mm, cm, m, and km. Now, all of these are units. Sometimes when we measure things, we need to make sure we have our units. We have the smallest to the largest. And they get bigger and bigger and smaller, but we're just going to focus on these for today. So let's start with the most basic. We're going to just start with the M. The M is meter. So I can see Amy is already taking notes on this. It would be really nice if you can just quickly write down km equals kilometer, m equals meter, cm equals centimeter, because it'll help us remember some of these words later. So I'm going to quickly jot this down and then we'll talk. All of these words here have which word inside it? All of these words have which word inside it? Sunny?
It's meter.
Meter, exactly. So they all have meter. Now what's important is that all of these are meters and they have a prefix in front of it that helps us tell us which kind of meters. So as we know, a meter is a meter, right? It's just 100 centimeters, 1,000 millimeters. So all of these will tell us a little clue. So a meter, I'm just going to write meter. Now all of these have the prefixes milli, centi, and kilo. All of these have a meaning. So I'm going to put this in my notes. Kilo means, any guesses what kilo means? Any guesses what kilo means? Kimi?
Can I will explain it. It means
What number?
1,000. 1,000.
Perfect, okay? So kilo means 1,000. And that makes sense because a kilometer is 1,000 meters. So kilo is 1,000. So our ruler, the ruler has cm and mm on it. Mine does at least. A centimeter and a millimeter. Now I'm going to ask you, what kind of things would we use for millimeters when we measure? What kind of things will we measure if we are using millimeters? Are they going to be small things? Or are they going to be big things, medium size? Amy?
Millimeter is used for small thing.
Very small things,
Because
right?
millimeter is very small. So millimeter is to
Yeah, you have to find
for the
small things to measure. Yeah. So Justin, do you have anything else to add?
is not the smallest. Is the smallest.
Yeah, there are, like I said, there are way more that we could do, but today we're just gonna stick with those four. What you can tell me later after class, what does mean? Okay. Okay, so let's watch part of a video And then we're going to do a little activity where we vote either A or B. So let's watch a video just for a little bit. Now, if we look at this one, how big is our pencil going to be? Are we going to have 6 millimeters, 6 centimeters, 6 a meter pencil, or a 6 kilometer pencil? Which one do we think it's going to be?
It's centimeters. Haha.
Centimeters. I don't know about you, but I've never seen a 6 kilometer pencil. I think that might be a little too big for us to hold. Okay. Do you have a question, Sunny?
I think none of them.
None of them. What do you think is more realistic?
I think it's usually 10. I think usually is it's 10 centimeters.
10 centimeters.
I think it's 15 because I just look at it. It's 15.
Yeah. So I think we all know that it's maybe not 6 cm, but we need to remember which measurement would we use? It would probably be cm, not mm, meter, or kilometer. Okay. So let's continue. If I was going to measure this frog, which unit would I want to use here? If it's A, you can click A, or if it's B, you can click B. So let me get it ready. Tiny frog, question mark, A or B? Let's see you guys click. Interesting results. I want to hear from both sides. So I see, Justin, you have chosen we use centimeters, just an H. Why do you think that we use centimeters?
I think we use centimeters because if you use centimeters, you like your how much is maybe my mom just do that and it's 400 or 600.
Okay, yeah, you can see like maybe that your mom or your dad, when they buy clothes before, they might see centimeter, right? Kimmy, which one did you choose?
I choose B because
Okay,
B is longer than A.
okay, that's a good.
So it can measure this for an easier.
Okay, yeah. So it seems that we're pretty half and half in our class about centimeters or meters. Now I'm going to ask you a question. Take a look at your shirt right now. Is your shirt 1 meter long? Justin J, is your shirt 1 meter right now?
No.
If you stood up, show us how long would it be?
My shirt is just 30, like.
So if we take our shirt and measure, I think mine's only about 60. So I think for this one, we're going to have to use centimeters. Okay, that was a pretty long review and you guys did a great job with this. So let's get back to what we were talking about before. Perimeter. How do we find perimeter? Well, we need to add up all of the sides. Don't forget the units too. So the perimeter for this square would be
Is 16. 16.
16. 16
TN.
centimeters. Yep. Now, how did you get that, Harry? What did your brain
Because
do?
Mister give me my card. Because one side is 4 and have 4. 4 side. 1, 2, 3, 4. And you can 4 times 4 equal 16.
Perfect. Nice work. Thank you for showing us how your brain works. So if I told you to make a shape that has the perimeter of 10 centimeters, I could make a shape like this, right? 3 plus 2 plus 3 plus 2, right? This would give us 10 centimeters. Now, does it always have to look like this? It could also look different, right? If I told you to draw a shape with a perimeter of 10 centimeters, it could look something like this. It could have 4, 4, and 2. Different shape, but same perimeter. Okay, so let me ask you just in the last minute of class to try your own. I want you in your notebook quickly to draw a shape that has the perimeter of 20 centimeters. So be sure to use your ruler, and it can be any kind of shape or any way you want. So I decided to draw my shape looking like this. And when I did it, I was trying to show each of my measurements around the shape. So you can see I did 2 cm, 4, 2, 4, 4, 2, 2. So 2, 4, 6, 10, 14, 16, and 20. So my shape has a perimeter of 20. Okay, so he used the graph picker, 5, 5, 5, 5, right? Just a square. 8, 8, and 4. Okay, nice. Okay, Sunny made a star, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. So make a shape that has the perimeter of, ah! Can anybody be the monster for me right now?
I am looking for my friend. Can you help me find them?
Ooh, a very good monster. Now what we're gonna do now is you guys are gonna make your own monster on your paper. Oh, sorry. Steven, we need you to come back for one more. This is
This is what they look like. Can you draw them? I will give you a few minutes.
okay. So you guys are going to make your own monsters in your notebook right now. Now you must use your ruler to make sure that the measurements are correct. So the body of your monster has to be 50 centimeters. The arm, only one arm, is 30. So the other arm can be 30 as well. One leg is 20. Now the eyes and the horns, these part and these part, you guys can decide how big or how small you want your monster to be. So this is what I have so far. Ooh, Harry has his ready. So you can see that Harry has a very big monster, right? Looks very cute. Oh, Sissy. Wow, Sissy has a very large, is that his one horn at the top? Nice. He looks very cool, Sissy. Ooh, he looks very scary, Annie. Okay, so before we end today, and I'll tell you what the homework is, let's do a little bit of a review. So today we talked about how perimeter is the outside of a shape. So when we're making these monsters, we want to make sure that the outside is measured correctly using our ruler. When we do things, we want to remember to use the tools. For this one, in tonight's homework, we are going to be using this tool. And for this, we also want to remember it's important to write your units. We talked about kilometer, meter, centimeter, and millimeter. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you what you can do for homework tonight. So please create another perimeter monster friend for your homework. Remember to record the perimeter for each part, and you can add any parts that you want. But you need to have these 5 things: a body, some legs, arms, teeth, and eyes. Now they can be any size that you want. It can be any kind of shape that you want. You just need to remember that you need to write down what is the perimeter. Let me erase my monster real quick, and then I'll take any questions. Sunny?
I'm drawing a Shania picture and using millimeter.
If you want to draw a little picture and use millimeters, that is fine. So if Sunny is drawing a little tiny triangle, all you need to do, Sunny, is show me that you're writing millimeters.